Miguel, one of the things that I've dealt with in terms of right-of-way acquisition is that oftentimes on the land development plan, if you look at the notes, there will be a note that indicates what areas are to be dedicated to the municipality. It'll either be road right-of-way or municipal open space or parkland, whatever. And generally, the municipality has up to 21 years to take that dedication. After that, they have to pay for it. So if there's a note on the plan, and Carol will be able to figure this out for us real quick, if there's a note on the plan that says that area was to be subdivided and dedicated to the township, it should be fairly easy to create a resolution accepting that dedication. Boom, we're done. It just needs to be recorded at the county. So that would be my first step, Mr. Solicitor.
I take it, before I leave, I might have Joel Kepner's number on my phone. Okay, good. Well, that sounds good. Is there anything else you want to discuss about the grant, or the park, the CBS project? Maybe what you have in mind?
Well, we just wanted to know the status of the other grant as well, so that we can mobilize with either doing bits and pieces. We now know we're not going for the Monco 2040 this year, so we know that answer. Thank you, we know the answer. And we just need to know if we can move forward, and if so, we want to move on those grants. And you said you're ready to.
It's ready to,
All right.
I just need to have an answer.
We were looking specifically at doing what we called the phase one in our presentation, which was the nice presentation on the front of the park for the Centennial, which was the sign, welcome to Lower Frederick, and then the 2 flower beds and the split rail fence. And it looked like we might also have the option to do the rain garden if the trees came down, but that's optional as well. But for the Centennial, we want to do that presentation on the front. But it all comes down to
Sorry, am I correct in saying that no work should be done until we establish the owner of that land?
Yeah. Not by the township. Actually, she just said the township doesn't do anything to determine ownership.
Yeah.
Or determine ownership as something other than CBS ownership, because right now, the indication is CBS ownership.
Yeah. And actually, if we're going to qualify for the grant that we already did, we have to do more than just phase 1A, because the lion's share of the funding is for the stormwater best management practices, which is the rain garden area. It's the most expensive section, but that's where most of the grant money is. So we would go for phase 1A, 1B on that map.
What's your time on that?
Well, we already have one grant from AmeriCorps. Then they would start in April. So we were assuming and hoping the trees would be down before that, so that we could start the rest of the work.
Do you have any deadline by which you must form something, do something, so that the grant money remains with you?
Yes, well, the one grant we won is by April, I think it's 18th or something like that. It's mid-April.
You have to spend the money by then?
Well, we get workers.
We have a
to
work
come
group for one day.
Yeah, we have an entire work group coming for one day.
So
That's April 18th.
I don't have the day exactly, but
all right. So let me see what I can do.
I'll get you the information.
yeah, it's soon. It's very soon.
Okay, thanks.
Linda?
Linda Jansen, Senator, just a question. Who paid for the fountain? It was my understanding that all the...
The fountain was built by Joel Kepner in the contract.
Oh, that was part of the contract to do
The
that?
contract, Joel Kepner paid for everything there that was CBS, which
That went to CBS then?
Joel Kepner owned everything until another company come in and bought it, okay?
Gotcha. Yeah, I just didn't know. I thought maybe if it really was...
We built.
I thought if it wasn't CBS's name, you might use that as leverage and say, well, if you're going to keep this land, you got to pay us for the fountain, or something like that. Okay, thanks for answering that question.
Okay, can we move on then?
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, Arcadia Station Development Trails. Carol?
That's me. Pass them down to the color, colorize. So there was a condition imposed on this development with preliminary approval, and it's also noted on the record plan, that the walking paths need to be installed before the construction of new lots and before occupancy permits will be issued. And I have the privilege of having enough history to be able to tell you why that's there. There are other developments decades back in the community that had proposed trails, and they weren't constructed early in the development. And when the developer went to construct those trails, the homeowners said, I don't want a trail behind my house. So the board at the time said, we're going to avoid this happening in the future. So all these plans were going to say the trail has to be in before the houses are sold. So that's the background on that requirement and why that appeared. On the Arcadia subdivision, there are trails proposed, and that's the purple lines that you see here. They're shaded purple. These are trails that are proposed on either side of the creek. The development was not phased. It's all one development on the record plan. But because of all the rains this year and all the challenges they faced, the area that's shaded in yellow is the area where the road and the utilities and the improvements are generally constructed. And that's the area where the developer would soon start building houses. And he sent an email to myself and other members of Township staff saying, are there any hiccups I should be looking out for getting to use and occupancy of these homes? And I said, yes, this note would present a problem. He said, well, we'd absolutely be happy to get those trails constructed on this side of the stream before we sell houses on this side of the stream. We're fine with that. But the other side of the stream, we still have a lot of other improvements to do over there. That's basically just clear cut and rough graded. They don't even have the streets graded over there. It seems reasonable to me that the condition be that the trails on one side of the stream be in place before they get UNO permits for that side of the stream, and same thing for the other side of the stream. But that's an interpretation of a condition of approval, and I didn't feel it was appropriate for me to make that without some affirmation from the board that that is also how you would like to interpret it. So the question is, can we interpret this that they have to have the trails in on the first side of the stream before any occupancy permits are issued on the first side of the stream, and then the same requirement on the other side of the stream? Does that make sense?
I think the answer is yes.
Thank you. I just didn't want to make that decision outside.
I mean, if they said that's what they were going to do, then that's what they should do. And I've also seen situations where people come in to build trails and they just sell the houses and walk away.
Well, you
We're
do
talking
have,
about connections. We want people to be able to, not to have to walk in the street, to be able to walk around the neighborhood, take their dogs, take their children, have safe places to go in their community.
yes.
So it seems to me you can do three things. One, do nothing. Secondly, require the developer to come in to amend the final plan approval. Or thirdly, accept the interpretation as suggested by the engineer to allow them to proceed on the west side of the creek, because that's where they're going to have the trail installed. They won't get any UNOs until they're fully installed.
So we're talking about both of these?
No, just this.
Just this one. So this one they would do now, and this one they want to get a,
We'll do this one first, okay? Before they get a UNO for any of these
the
houses.
purple is just the proposed trail, so we're just looking at the two purples, right?
They're saying they'll make an amendment to it, that they'll do this one before they get one UNO for this
So they said they would do this, okay, before they get one UNO. Then, once they have this done, before they can get one UNO over in this section, they would have that trail done.
And who's going to confirm that they'll follow through on that?
Well, that's actually a condition of the plan, and they've also posted escrow on you to secure that. So there's financial security to confirm that the trail is completed, and it's conditions of the plan that the trail is completed before the UNO. Just talking about an interpretation of that one side of the
So if someone wants to live there and says, I don't want a trail behind my house, that trail is going in.
The trail will have been built before they ever bought the house.
So if you want to do that, I'm suggesting a motion along these lines. It's a motion to approve the interpretation of plan approval as proposed by the township engineer to allow occupancy permits for homes on the west side of the creek, so long as trails on the west side of the development have been constructed, inspected, and approved by the township engineer.
So
You want me to write this up?
I'll just say so.
All right, so there's a motion. Anybody want a second?
I'll second it. Any questions? Yes, John?
Chuck Johnson. So the way I understand it, then the money they have in escrow is enough to cover completing the trail.
Yes.
And that money is basically going to stay in escrow until, what, they complete the project?
There is money in escrow to financially guarantee construction of the trail.
Okay.
There's no question about the trail being constructed, and there's no request by the developer to do anything other than build the trails.
Okay.
The only question is, right now, there's two sides of the creek.
Yeah, I understand.
You know, the one side, the houses, you know, the roads are in, and they are looking to start building houses soon, and they're going to put in the trail on that side of the creek. But the other side of the creek, they're
Well, no, I know what you
the other side of the creek, they've got a lot of work to do before they're ready to put a trail in, or a house, or pave the roads. There's a lot of work to do over there. So we're just really separating it by the stream.
Yeah, I guess my only thought was, in the unfortunate event that, let's say, they never complete the thing, for whatever reason.
They never get a UNO.
They won't.
They only do one side. We would still want to have a trail connecting to where it's supposed to connect to.
And you have the money for that.
And so should we be thinking about putting a time window, like they have to complete the other side within 5 years, and then we can exercise the right to finish the trail using the escrow money? I'm just thinking about, over here in Skip Pack, where a lot of stuff got left half done.
Yeah. Now, they won't get UNOs for the houses on the other side of the creek until that trail is also built.
Well, I understand, but I'm saying, what if they never get to that point? Maybe something happens and they're just not selling the homes.
I want to say that's why we've got escrow.
Yeah, I know.
But I know that, I know when the economy went,
Right, but-
that didn't work for everybody.
And to your point though, Chuck.
I'm just asking about
looking at
the
it,
time.
it looks like the trail on the east side of the creek really services those homes on the east side. It doesn't really connect to
The
the
sidewalk that goes across the creek is the one that connects.
As long as God forbid, the thing doesn't finish, that the things that are important to be there are done and they're covered in escrow. That's my only concern.
Yeah. And you are correct, they are secured by escrow.
The vote? Aye. Aye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Correspondence? Phil?
Right.
Letter?
That was the letter from the last meeting that you wanted to put in the record, that wasn't put in the record, so we're just catching up.
So, two additional items, Mr. Chairman. One is, I want to announce an executive session was held earlier this evening concerning personnel, potential litigation matters. And secondly, does the board want to make any appointments?
I'm going to make a motion to appoint Pam Hartman to sit on the Parks and Rec Board to fill David Hackman's former seat.
I'll second.
Any questions? Take a vote.
Aye.
Aye. Public comment.
Have there been any letters of intent or interviews concerning the down 2 empty seats for the park board?
There are no more letters, am I correct?
What do you Terry?
Just one more possibility, that's it. That's it.
Okay. Sorry. Okay, and thank you for your decision.
Sorry, the other seats, one of them was with Kermit, what's the third one?
I'm sorry?
What's the third vacant seat? It was
Kathy Miller?
Kathy Miller, that's right.
Yes.
Thank you.
Bob Burns, Sugarville Road. Want to find out what the board's going to do with the traffic calming committee. Do you have something for us for this year?
I mean, as of right now, I don't, we don't. We have it, we want, we go.
We've been getting concerns resolved, I think, on a regular basis, people coming directly to the board. I mean, that traffic study done, Ocean and Gridley, we've done the speed humps, we've been talking a long time about sidewalks and other issues, so that seems to be a pretty efficient way to deal with them directly to the board.
So are you saying you want to disband the traffic calming committee since it wasn't brought up at the restructuring meeting? Because you have residents that are on board that want to know what they're doing. And if that committee is available, when I spoke to Terry Frederick, he didn't even know that we had the committee. So where do we stand? I mean, it sounds like, you know, from what Chuck was talking about earlier with the sidewalk issue on Goshen, there's issues there. And I think we talked about Zieglerville Road as well. I'm also hearing that there's a lot of issues over on Village Drive still that they might want to have us go ahead and put parking stalls in and do some line striping to help slow down the traffic there as well. So with the committee, in effect, we can be doing that work at your leisure. So you're saying, you know, sounds like to me, while you're saying you don't need this.
We do not have anything for the traffic calming committee at this time.
I'm just going to make mention, I think it might be wise, Terry Fedorchak has had years of experience, maybe Terry will just give us, not tonight maybe, but just give us your input on what you think would be best practices, whether it is a traffic calming committee or whether there is some other alternatives, because Bob is correct, there are portions of the township that I know residents clearly have concerns, and I think maybe your expertise might help us moving forward.
Well, at some future date, I can give you some thoughts.
Thank you.
Yeah, and it might be useful to include the police in that discussion as well.
Yeah, they have a traffic safety unit, which I think should be
I'm just going to make a plug for the comprehensive planning process that's ongoing now. We have been meeting in the time when the traffic calming committee has been meeting. Anybody in the traffic calming committee, any other committees, any other concerned citizens are all welcome to come to this comprehensive planning effort. It's the third Thursday, 6 o'clock. If there's not or if there are pressing planning commission issues after that, we can generally go to maybe 8 o'clock or so. We are moving the comprehensive planning process forward, and we're hoping to sometime soon this spring plan for a public workshop, open house. We're not sure how we're going to characterize that yet, but that process certainly will include recommendations ultimately about transportation issues, whether it's traffic calming issues or other types of traffic issues. So if people have concerns about that, there will be a separate conversation about transportation and infrastructure. So for those who have concerns, there's your sign-up opportunity. Come join us. It's a big process. We need lots of people to help out and get involved. So third Thursday, 6 o'clock, comprehensive planning committee meeting.
Phil?
Bill Smith, 205 Girl Off Road. I serve as the secretary of the comprehensive plan steering committee, and at this point in time, we've approved 2 months' worth of our minutes, so I guess my request is that they would go onto the township website for the public review.
Yeah, send them to me without one.
I'm meeting with Bonnie on Thursday to go over, posting up all of our stuff, how we're doing everything.
Sure. Thank you.
Chuck Geiser, North Rhinebeck Road. I didn't want to belabor the discussion about sidewalks. I know you wanted to vote on, but I did want to make a point for those of you who haven't been in the township where we're doing things here. About 10 years ago, we took on our planning commission task to do a connections map for the whole township. And sidewalks were on there, and there are many places that are dangerous to be walking, where we have people walking on the sides of the roads, heavily traveled road, much heavily, more heavily than in the town. So it has been on our radar, and we've cared about it. We did manage to get those maps in an official document. It's in our open space plan, got them included in there. I think one of the things that kind of popped into my head is if for some reason the township isn't successful in getting this grant, and maybe others that may follow, you know, it appears to me there's another option, which is to do the sidewalking on the other side and have the cost down to maybe $50,000. And you know, you're talking, what, a couple hundred people are impacted by this, so you take 50,000 divided by 200. You know, you could do a fundraiser and probably knock out some of that money, and the township could then supplement. You know, it would be sort of a community thing, but you know, if it doesn't work through the grant process, it seems like maybe settling for not quite the optimal solution, we could still get it done in a better situation. So just keep that in back.
Thank you. An adjournment? Oh, I'm sorry, Terry.
One more. Terry Burke, 40 Little Road. Just a question. Has any developer landowner along Little Big, Simmons Road, the larger parcels, had any contact with the township regarding potential developments in those areas outside of public meetings?
I had a phone call from another engineer, actually I spoke to him this morning, asking to set up a meeting to talk about the Sajaki property. Looking forward to seeing what he wants to know or what he's bringing to the table.
Phil?
Is that developer representing Prestige Homes?
I don't know, I only know the name of the engineer.
Bob Burns, Sugarville Road. I guess